Welcome to Peden Stadium in Athens, Ohio. It's the Eastern Michigan Eagles and the Ohio Bobcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, Ohio's head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Eagles offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
To the air, it's Kim. He's got the tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Bennett. Gain of 8, it's now 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. So the Ohio Bobcats offense will now get its first chance with the football. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you can.
He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got him. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Buying some time. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field to get this drive started. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do it. This time around, erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
To throw, it's Kim. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Pressure coming. It's caught. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Taylor. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll run the counter. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll move the wide receiver. Escapes the pressure going right. Finds his big tight end. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Kim. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Wide receiver comes in motion. On target. Nice move to keep running. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bobcats! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Snagged in the middle, it's Bennett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They feed him again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Could not make his way to the corner. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
To the air, it's Kim. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. really nice job of executing.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The offense changing the play. Trying play action. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Bobcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Maybe a crease. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll run it again. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Bobcats.
This is has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle eight, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Oregon, taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Breaks into the open. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And the Bobcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Hauls it in. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Eastern Michigan going fast.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Might have a chance. Oh, what a cut! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Eagles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So,
oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Eagles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if it was 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Forced out of the pocket. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. They'll ride the hot hand. There's a crease. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Midweek action for your viewing pleasure. It's 2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Bobcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Play number 9 on this drive. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sit back in the pocket. Just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
Fires to the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Pulls it, fired complete. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And whistles as we stop play. A man down. They'll check on him. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Finds the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Bennett. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Kim. Pocket breaking down. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And things have tightened up. It's a 3-point game.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. The defense did its job, holding them to the field goal, and now this. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tight end now in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Hodges. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Gets it to him on the screen. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Send the tight end in motion. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field to get this drive started. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Puts it out of the air. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Eastern Michigan going fast.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
The Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Kim. Quick completion on the out. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. New set of downs after the completion.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about solve this game away. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense swarming on that loose. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, that's tough. As a defense, you're celebrating your offense. We're about to go take the lead. We're about to go win this game late in the 4th quarter, and then they force the turnover. Now we got to go make them look good. Get off the sideline, change your mindset, go make a play, get the ball back to your offense.
Catch in stride inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. Gives them a chance to put together a strategy here in the waning moments.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and the screen pass, a safe throw, will put this game on ice. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.